Hey my glam girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, and today we're starting the first of the Glam Girl Beauty Awards. This is when I round up all of my favorite products from the entire year and talk about them and why I love them and why they have made it to this special video. Because these are not just the products that I like, these are not just the products that are cool, these are the products that I have been loving all year, meaning that whenever they came out and whenever I was introduced to them, they keep popping up in my routine time and time again. And so I'm so excited to do this. We'll definitely be having more of these for foundation and concealers and so on. So stay tuned for that series. But before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend some time with me. If this is your first time here, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe to my channel and join the Glam Girl Squad. And if you are a returning subscriber, well, thank you so much for deciding to come back and support my channel with all of your likes and your comments. They all truly do mean a lot to me. So let's get into this video. Today is quite simple. I just have on my 1822 maternity jeans that I got from North Tryon. You guys have heard me rave about them time and time again. Love them very much. I wear size large in them. I love that they are cuffed at the bottom, meaning that they're not boot cut. They also are nice and tapered. They fit very well. They're stretchy. Can't rave about them enough. And then I picked up this shirt from Target. Really cute and simple turtleneck shirt that was only $10. And I was like, well, I can go for $10. It is see-through. As you can see, the tag is right here. So it is see-through. Normally, if I were going out in public, I would throw a tank top underneath this just because if I got up close enough, you all could see my bra. But, you know, for $10 and for the comfort of it, I definitely don't mind throwing on a tank top underneath it. And that's it. And then my necklace is from the Style Collection. Love this necklace. And my earrings are $13 from Amazon. So I will, of course, link everything down below if you're interested in those products. And I will also link what I'm wearing on my face down below. So first, I want to tell you all, before we get into the eyeshadows, I want to show you all a mirror that I received from Hi Mirror. And when they reached out to me, I was like, yes, I'd love to try this. So I'm going to insert a little video clip of the mirror to show you how it works, what it looks like. Okay, so here is the Hi Mirror as it's sitting on my desktop. And then on the back of the mirror, there is this little part that sticks out to where you can easily slide it open. And then of course, this is the base of the mirror right here. So with just a little tug, you're able to slide the Hi Mirror open like so. So I just hit the home button and that takes me to the home screen right here. I'm gonna log in, and it uses facial recognition to log in. So let me go ahead and log in. So I use my face and now I'm logging in. So I am in and I'm gonna hit the lights button here to turn the lights on. I really like these lights. Sometimes I will actually film with these lights on along with my ring light because it helps to just add more light to my face. So I'm gonna hit the home key again. And what I really like about this is the skin analyzer. So you press the skin button right here.
Center your face within the guidelines.
Skin analyzer just took a screenshot of my face. You heard it talking to me just a second ago. And once it's done generating the report, a screen will come up telling me all of like my problem areas or the areas that I'm doing good in. So for instance, it says that for dark circles, I have a 60. And I've been at a 60 the past couple times that I've done this, but it tells you under the left and the right eye what percentage your score is, and in terms of the depths of, you know, for instance, dark circles that I have. So for instance, it tells me how to treat my dark circles, and it gives me tips on how to treat them, telling me like what the possible causes of it could be. And then it provides recommendations for, in terms of products that I can use that could help with dark circles and things like that, which I think is pretty cool. Some of these recommendations are high-end and some of them are drugstore. So it's a recommendation for, you know, any type of budget that you might have. For dark spots, so of course my dark spot is going to say that I need improvement because I have freckles, but it does show you the area of the face where they do show that there are dark spots. It has one for pores as well. So for my pores, I'm doing very good with that. And with fine lines, it says that's an area that I can focus my attention on. So I think it's really, really neat actually how it sits and analyzes the skin, tells you what it thinks you can improve upon. So this one's for wrinkles. It tells you where it finds wrinkles and where you can make improvement. I'm gonna go back out to the home screen and let's look at my report. So I wanna click on this tab right here and we can see the 3 times that I have analyzed my skin and where things have been. So for pores, it's always been pretty good. It was a little higher this time. Let's see what it's looking like for dark circles. Dark circles, I've been pretty much at the same point each time I've analyzed. So this is something that I think could be beneficial to you if you are, wanting to make improvements in your skin. So when I did this on the 4th, I went out and actually bought a product for my dark circle. So I've been using that now for about a week. So I'll come back and let's say, another 2 or 3 weeks to see if the product that I'm using is helping with like the puffiness under my eyes and things like that. But yeah, I really, really like this particular tool that it comes with. And then some other things that I want to show you. You have Facebook, you also have Spotify. I use YouTube a lot. When I'm doing my makeup, I'm on this side doing my makeup using the mirror, and then I'm on this side, watching YouTube, which I think is really, really cool. If you're interested in this mirror, definitely check the links down below. I'm going to provide the High Mirror website, and then I'm also going to link the Urban Outfitters website because I think that particular website has the High Mirror a little cheaper than the High Mirror website. Okay, now on to my favorites. So I could not rank these palettes even if I tried. So I'm gonna put the palettes in the order that they showed up in my collection this year. I'm gonna try to remember them. First, start off with a palette that I actually didn't like the first time I reviewed it. The Natasha Denona Love Palette. So when I first reviewed this palette, I was like, it's okay, but for the price tag, it's not worth it. And initially, I had a hard time using these creamy matte shades right here. Some of the shimmer shades didn't wow me as much as I thought they would. But then I kept using it over and over and over again. And after about 2 months, I was like, I can't say I don't like this palette anymore because I do like it. I figured out a way to work with these creamy mattes, and I love this palette. First of all, I love pink and purple eyeshadows. So when I first saw this palette, I was like, I'm going to love it just for the color scheme. But I love using this palette for softer pink and purple glam looks. And the formula of like these match right here, it's really, really good. And then I loved these shimmers right here. So, and then I actually love this silver right here. Once I figured out how to work with the creamy mattes, I was just like, can't get enough of it. So thoroughly enjoy this palette. Next would have to be Artist Couture Supreme Nudes palette. Y'all remember this one? Oh, this one is so pretty. In my opinion, it's such the perfect nude palette with what you need to get any type of nude look. And I love that it has an even amount of matte shades in here and shimmer shades. I love the tones that were chosen for this palette. The shimmer shades are not overly shimmery, but they're also not underwhelming. So they're just like right in the middle, perfect everyday type of shimmers to where you can wear them every day. Or even if I wanted to use this at night, I feel like I could get a beautiful smoky eye look that's neutral, it's glam, it just does the job. I think this palette is so beautiful, very well executed in terms of the shades that were chosen for this palette. Next, I'm gonna go with Mother Pat. So, Pat McGrath just does it every time with her Mothership palettes. And I love all of them. But the two that I loved the most this year, Divine Rose 1 and Divine Rose 2. So Divine Rose 1 came out last year, but she repackaged it with the pink packaging and relaunched it along with Divine Rose 2 in this beautiful pink reflective packaging. And I had to get it. So let me talk about Divine Rose one. This palette right here, I did not think I would really like it as much as I do because it's a little cooler. And I was like, oh, it's okay, but like, I don't really need it. Okay, I just realized that my camera angle was off. So if it's been off prior to now, I'm so sorry. And then when I saw it coming out in this beautiful pink packaging with Divine Rose 2, I was like, yes, let me go ahead and get it. Oh my gosh, y'all, I don't know which one I love more. Legit. I don't know if it's Divine Rose 1 or if it's Divine Rose 2. I mean, Divine Rose 2 is like a given. It's the color scheme that I love. It's warm. I mean, can we talk about this trio chrome right here? It's just thebomb.com. There's some days where I feel like Divine Rose 1 is my favorite. Then there's some days where I feel like Divine Rose 2 is my favorite. I legit cannot choose between these two palettes. I legit cannot choose between these two palettes. And don't make me, because I still can't. I will choose when I can choose. But I guess it just depends on my mood, which one I'm going for is the one that I love more and that I'll reach for more. But oh my gosh, if I'm being like dead honest with you all, I have used Divine Rose 1 more than I've used Divine Rose 2. And you couldn't have told me that was gonna happen. Then I think this one came next. The Natasha Denona, the bronze palette. And like I said before, if my little timeline is off, so sorry. Oh my goodness, I could not put this one down. Now I know this one is not the most diverse in terms of the types of looks that you're gonna get because they're all gonna be warm toned, they're all gonna be bronzy. But it was something about this palette that just made me keep reaching for it over and over again. Number one, every formula in this palette is beautiful. Like the creamy mattes are beautiful, the shimmers are beautiful, the regular mattes blend beautifully. I mean, this palette gave me everything that I want. And it also came out close to the summer. So like when I wanted that bronzy type of eye look, I just got it. And I love, love, love this one. She did this one so right. I think this particular palette is one of her best formulated palettes so far. These next couple of ones that I'm going to talk about actually did not come out this year, but I got them this year. So that's why they're in this particular video. So first I got the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Instant Eye Palette. And this was another one that I was like, you know what? I've heard so many people say good things about it. And I was able to get this in a bundle with the Pillow Talk blush. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to try it. I did not realize how much I would love this palette, how much I would use it. I don't know why I'm shocked though, because once again, it has my pinky shades in it. It's a beautiful pinky neutral type of palette, which this is the color scheme that I typically go for when I think neutral, just because I love pink. But I still did not think I would reach for it as much as I do. Like I legit just used this palette last week. I love this palette. It's just beautiful for those like simple, go-to flawless types of looks. And like I said, it has tons of pink shades that I do love. And I love how she broke the palette up into 4 trios. So when I am in a rush and I need to just do like a quick look, I will typically just go for one of these trios when I need to be like 5 to 10 minutes and I'm out the door. But I really did not think I would use this palette as much as I did. And I do. So had to show this one some love. Then we go with the Queen of Glow by Charlotte. So y'all know I love Charlotte Tilbury. This one right here, O to the M to the G. OMG. Has this palette not blessed my life? It has. It really has. Once again, it's got those like beautiful warm tones that are just spectacular. Even though there's only one matte shade, I love how I can really get a full eye look with this particular quad. And like, it just gives me that warm, sultry, smoky kind of bronzy look that I want in such a small little compact. So if I, want to travel lightly and I know what type of look I want to go for and it's going to involve like that bronzy, smoky type of look, this is the one that I'm gonna go for. Like I did not know how much I needed this one until Kelechi told me, and by God, Kelechi, I will always be grateful to you for blessing me with the Queen of Glow. She didn't give it to me, but she told me I needed it, and I she was so right. I needed it. Okay, now I think what came next, another Char girl. The Bejeweled palette. Oh, here's another one. These instant eye palettes, like I only have 2, but with the 2 that I have, I'm like, so I need all of them because they're just like I said, simple, but glamorous, spot on. Once again, she gave us 4 little trios. We don't have to think about the color combinations, but then of course, as a collective, you can definitely bounce around to create different types of looks with the palette. I love that the formula for the mattes is very smooth. They blend very well. The shimmers are not high shine, not all of them, but some are. Some of them will, like these 2 are definitely high shine. This one, and this one are more so a little more subtle, but they complement very well with the high shine shimmers and of course the mattes. Just spectacular, just spectacular. Like these types of palettes make me incredibly happy because once again, takes the guesswork out of what type of eye look I might want, but then also gives me the flexibility to be a little bit more creative if that's what I want to do. Down to the last 2. Charlotte Tilbury, she killed it for me this year. I will say Charlotte Tilbury in terms of like eyeshadow palettes, hands down, the brand that just blew me away with every eyeshadow palette that she came out with this year. And I will say that. I could, in essence, recommend every eyeshadow palette that I bought from her this year. Some of them came out this year. Some of them are not new to her collection. I just got them this year. But like hands down, Charlotte Tilbury did it for me with every palette that I tried this year. Okay, but this Fire Rose one though, ooh, we need all of the future quads to have this formulation. This one by far is the best formulation of the quads that I have tried. This pop shade right here, y'all, this is the pop shade that we need in our lives. Like, it's so impactful, yet it's so smooth. It is not glittery, it's not chunky, it's just shimmery goodness that makes your eyes just look like I am here to play, and y'all gonna see what's on my eyes and recognize it and acknowledge it. That's how I feel about this palette. I can't wait for it to come back in stock because I know it is limited edition. I know that it's been out of stock for a while now, and hopefully she brings it back in stock so more people can get it and try it. But the Fire Rose one, I can't decide between Fire Rose and Queen of Glow. And if you know how much I love Queen of Glow, like, you know that's a hard decision, because Queen of Glow was my favorite Charlotte Tilbury palette until Fire Rose came along. And I don't know, y'all. I don't know. How about this? Charlotte Tilbury, if you're watching, or if anybody's watching from Charlotte Tilbury, what if she came out with an actual palette that combined Fire Rose and Queen of Glow? That would be my favorite palette, hands down, ever. Just ever. You have to put things out in the atmosphere that you want, right? I did. She's out there. There we go. And then the last palette that is so new to my collection, but you know how you just try something and you're like, yep, you were there. That's how I feel about this palette. So it's very new. I have not been using it all year, but from the time that I've got it, I have used it multiple times. So I feel like I couldn't not talk about this palette in this video. The Tom Ford Mercurial palette. Y'all, I can't even begin to tell you how much I love this palette. So this is definitely, you know, Tom Ford's formula, his wet dry formula. The way that these glide across my eyelids is almost insane. They are so smooth. It's just like, I can't put into words how smooth this formulation is. But also, looking at the shades, they're all shimmer shades. None of these shades are matte, but they are so smooth that I can work with them the the way that I work with matte shades. I can put them in the crease. They don't look glittery in the crease. They don't look awkward. Like, okay, you've just got a whole bunch of shimmer on your eye with like no definition. Oh my goodness. Like, everything about this palette is perfection. Everything is perfect. I love this one. This one will be used well into 2021. And like when I was looking through my palettes, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna pull out every palette that I have just like, I could not live without this year. And I got to 9 and I was like, all right, I have 9. What's another one? And as I was getting my 9, I pulled this one out. But I was like, well, this one just came out. Like, does it really qualify? And I put it back. So when I got to the end and I was like, I have 9, it'd be great to do like a top 10. I was like, I have to include this one simply because the way that I feel about this one is the way that I feel about the rest of these. I just haven't had it as long. But the feeling is just the same. So guys, that's my top 10. I've tried a lot of eyeshadow palettes this year that I thoroughly enjoyed. And if you've heard me talk about a palette and I said I like it, I did truly like it. But these are the creme de la creme. These are the ones that if I somehow could not have them in my collection, I'm going out and buying them. It's not even a question. Like, you have to be in my collection. These are the ones that, like I said, I've been like, hey, I can, you know, freely do an eye look today. It doesn't have to be tied to a brand. Doesn't have to be significant to a video. What palette do I want to use? These are the ones that I have reached for time and time again. And that's why, my friends, they have made it to the Glam Girl Beauty Awards of eyeshadow palettes of 2020. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please leave me in the comment section down below what your favorite palettes have been from this year. And it doesn't have to be palettes that actually came out this year, but just the ones that you've been reaching for over and over again. I really would love to hear what you guys have been loving. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.